Hello peeps, welcome to Sundays with Sparky with me, Matt Sparks. How are you doing? Are you doing alright? I am a little bit cold today, hence why I'm wearing my hoodie. I'm wearing my hoodie. Wearing my hoodie. Wearing my hoodie. Wearing my hoodie. Yeah, it's a little chilly today. I've been outside, that's probably why I'm cold, so I've got my mug of tea. So Sundays with Sparky, what do I do again? What is this about? Games and movies, that's right. I'm not prepared for this whatsoever. Who cares? Preparation, whatever. Movies. Have I been to the cinema this week? No, is the answer to that question. No, I haven't. Am I going next week? Yes, I am. Oh wait, did I go? Hang on a second. Did I go this week? Yes, I did. Oh my god. I don't even remember. Yes, I did go to the cinema this week. This is silly. And I went to see 47 Ronin. Yes. So I did go to the cinema this week, and I did see 47 Ronin, and I did enjoy it. There you go. It was a bit weird, because last week I said I was watching The Last Samurai. And 47 Ronin is about samurai. And one of the guys that was in The Last Samurai was actually a samurai in 47 Ronin. And I was like, oh my god, it's that guy. It's that guy again. He's quite a badass. I think I have vague recollections that he may have even been in Iron Man 3, but I don't recall exactly. Can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen Iron Man 3, so I don't know. Yes, it was not. It's not the best movie I've ever seen by any means, because the story is fairly predictable. You kind of know what's going to happen and how it's going to end. Pretty much. So it's but it's fun and entertaining, and that's what I wanted to go and see it for. And the visuals were great. And the fights, the sword fights and the fight scenes and stuff were really good. And it was very well presented. Everything looked really nice. From the suits of armour that they had and the different colour palettes that they used. Very good. So yeah, if you like kind of samurai movies, it's not a kung fu movie. But if you like kind of ancient Japan style fashion and architecture and that kind of thing, then go see it. Because I say go see it, it's probably not on at the cinema anymore. So when it comes out on DVD, you should get it and watch it and enjoy it, or Netflix or whatever, because it was good. Because I watched The Last Samurai, I got in a bit of a Tom Cruise mood. So then I watched Interview with a Vampire, which is awesome. And Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt are awesome in this as vampires. And yeah, I kind of wish they'd made some more of the Anne Rice novels like they did with this. The Queen of the Damned movie that they made was okay, but it didn't really seem to fit with what had previously transpired in Interview with the Vampire. So I kind of wish they'd done some more like this, but they haven't. And then I also watched Jerry Maguire because I think I'd only ever seen this movie once before, when I bought the DVD originally, and I couldn't remember what it was about. And apparently it got nominated for 5 Oscars. Pfft, who knew? I quite like the fact that, like, it's telling you about the cast on the back. That it's got, like, Tom Cruise, who doesn't really need much of an introduction because everyone pretty much knows who Tom Cruise is by this point. And it's got Renee Zellweger from Chicago. She was in Chicago. It's like, oh, that's quite a big film. Cuba Gooding Jr. from Daddy Day Camp. It's like, really? Because he's been in lots of other things. Could you not have picked something else that, like, was a bit better? Yeah. But yeah, it's a great movie. And it's one of the most quotable movies, I think. Like, there's bits where you're like, oh my god, that's that saying that people have been using, and I've only just realised that that's where it's from. Like, I mean, everyone knows the "Show Me the Money" from Jerry Maguire. Everyone knows it. I mean, even if you didn't know the film, I mean, I didn't see that film until, like, maybe last year or the year before. But I'd known of the "Show Me the Money" saying from years ago. Years and years ago, probably from when it first came out, which was 1996. Yes, 1996. People were saying "Show me the money," and it was from that movie, and I had no idea. And also, you had me at "Hello" as well, which is probably not as popular. But yeah, that is also another line from that movie that I've heard countless times in other places, but never realised that it was from that movie. And it's been around for, oh Christ, almost 20 years. Oh my god. I suddenly feel really old. I am really old. But still. Jeez Louise. So, yeah. They're the movies I've been watching. This week, I hit 70 subscribers on the old YouTube channel. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Considering this particular channel has been up for 5-6 weeks now, I guess. I'm not 100% sure when I created it. Is there a way to find out? No, I don't know. Maybe, possibly. But the first video that I uploaded was, it's just saying 1 month ago, but I know that's not true because I've been doing this for longer than. I wonder if it actually says when I uploaded it. 22nd of November. The very first video went onto this channel on 22nd of November. So what's that, 6 weeks? So 70 subs in 6 weeks is pretty awesome as far as I'm concerned. I think that's amazing. So if you have been a long time subscriber, or whether you're a new subscriber, thank you very, very much. It makes me smile every time I see that little number go up. Even if it's just by 1, it makes me go. Not always physically. I don't always physically go. But inside, in here, in my heart places, in here, where the feels happen, that's where that happens. So this week, I also made my very first GIF, and I was very proud of myself. I may even try and put it in the video if I can. I've never made a GIF before. I'd never even thought about it until the other night, and I just thought, I wonder if I can make a GIF from, like, one of my videos. Turns out I can, and I did. So that was cool. I think there's a link to it on my Facebook, actually. So if you go to the Matt Sparks page on Facebook, there should be a link to it if you're that bothered. Which, I don't know why you would be. So video games. I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone this week, trying to get back into to playing it more regularly, and trying out different decks. Been trying out a rogue deck, which I realised that I don't actually have a video spotlighting a rogue deck yet. So that's going to be a thing, and all the ranks changed. They all got reset, because I think they're going to do that as a regular thing now. All the ranks are going to reset. I'm not sure how regularly they're going to do it. It might be once a month, or might be once every 2 or 3 months. I'm not sure. So I got up to rank 11 just before they reset it, and I was like, no, don't reset. I want to make it into the top 10 rank. No. So yeah. So I got to 11. So I think I'm at like 19 now. And I'm still playing the Winnerdin deck quite a lot, and it's still winning. It's possibly one of the strongest ones I've played. I didn't realise at the time quite how strong it is. The rogue deck that I'm playing is pretty strong, provided you get your card draw early in the game. But I'll go into that when I make the video. But it's one of the better rogue decks that I've had the opportunity to play, so it's all good. I played through Half-Life 2. I think I said that last week. I'd started it. I couldn't believe how quickly I managed to get through it, but then I guess I kind of knew where I was going and what I was doing and stuff. I still haven't found all the secret stash things in that game. I thought this time round I was going to find all of them for sure, because I'd been finding so many that I didn't even know were there before. Still didn't get them all. I have no idea where they all are. But yeah, so I might go back and do that, but I probably won't. What else have I been playing? I played some more SimCity with a friend of mine, but yeah, there's just no longevity to it, because you can only build your city to a certain size, and once you've kind of built everything, the only thing you can do is then tear things down to build other things. It's like, we don't really want to do that, because then yeah, you start losing money and stuff. And so it's good for the short term, and like for the first like hour or two it's quite fun, because you get to build your city and you know things are going well. But then you start getting into the late game and people are like, we want this and we want that and we want this and we want that, and then it all goes down the toilet. So it's like, brilliant, you're all a-holes. And none of the Sims that live in your city have any common sense. It's like, okay, so you need high wealth workers. You don't have any high wealth workers in your city, so let's build stuff that requires high wealth workers, and then it be abandoned, and then you have to destroy it. And it's like, well, just don't build it then. So just use common sense. They don't have any common sense. It's basically what happens. That game. I really wanted that game to be like awesome, and it's just not. So I probably won't be playing much more of that. I haven't been playing the things that I should have been playing. I haven't been playing any more Reaper of Souls or Contrast or Knock Knock for my video series, which is a bit naughty of me, really. But I will be doing that later today and some tomorrow probably, to try and catch up. I've got plenty of videos to make, so it's all good. It's all good. And the other thing, I don't know. This is to my former WoW players that are watching this. If any of you used to play World of Warcraft and no longer play, this is aimed specifically at you, because I'm one of those people. Have you ever gone back? And how long for? And do you find that sometimes you get little flashbacks of things that you've done in World of Warcraft? I was talking to a friend of mine while I was at work, Mr. Evo, if you're out there watching, hello. And sometimes we get little flashbacks to, I don't know, when we were just like while we're daydreaming kind of stuff, you know, if you just daydream and then you just be thinking about, whatever, thinking about raiding Naxxramas. I get that one quite a lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because that's when my guild really came into their own as far as raiding was concerned when I was playing it back then. I mean, we did back then. We did quite a lot of raiding in Burning Crusade, but that was like our first kind of. We didn't do any real raiding in vanilla, particularly. I mean, we did a little bit with other guilds, but as a guild on our own, we never really did anything. So when they brought in a 10-man in the shape of Karazhan, that was great for us because it was a really good way for us to start getting into raiding. That was before the option of having 10 and 25 mans. So that was really good, and that was one of the first times we could actually raid as a guild. And we did. What else did we do? We did some of SSC and we did some of Tempest Keep, but we never killed the last bosses. We never got that far, unfortunately. And then Hyjal and Black Temple came out, so we started doing those ones instead because they had better gear. I mean, I think we may have done Magtheridon once or twice, but I generally feel like, and Gruul's Lair, we did that a couple of times too. But that for the first fight, monitors have gone off. The first fight in Gruul's Lair was such a pain in the backside to organise, because you essentially had five encounters, different encounters going on all at the same time. Yeah. I mean, it was a really good challenge, and I think they should probably do stuff like that more often, because it was a real challenge, just organising people to do all the different things that they needed to do. But it was a real pain in the backside, that encounter. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off the point and reminiscing about playing World of Warcraft. The point I was trying to make was, do you get cravings and do you get urges every so often to go back and play it again? And if you do you actually go back or not? I mean, I'm getting them at the moment. I feel like I kind of want to play it again, and some of my friends are playing it again, and but I'm like, well, the problem there is at the moment is that obviously 5.4 has come out, and most people will have done 5.4 raiding by now, and Blizz have already said that there's not going to be another content patch before the expansion. So I'm like, do I just wait for the expansion, or should I just go back now? Or should I just not go back at all? I think most people that I think most people would probably say don't go back at all. But I probably will. Well, I'm hoping that I get beta access for the expansion for when that comes out. That would be awesome. So if you get a key and you don't want it, and I don't have one, then hello. But yeah, I'd like to play it again because I played it for a long time, and I'd like to see if it's actually any good. But I think the thing that annoyed me the most was just the repetitive nature of it. And I was in charge of like the guild forum website thing, and I was one of the officers as well, and it's just like, I think if I'll go back, I don't think I want any of those responsibilities. I think I just want to do it and have fun and not have to worry about any kind of admin side of things. I've done it before. I'd been a guild master before, and it's so stressful, and it kind of takes some of the enjoyment out of the game for me, because you're worried about whether you're gonna have, just trying to organise people can be a real. I mean, I've got a lot of respect for anyone that is a guild master or has been a guild master and has had some success at being a guild master. I mean, I'd like to think that the guild that I ran was a fun place to hang out. We never really got to raid, because during Cataclysm with the guild leveling system, no one wanted to be in a low level guild. Everyone wanted to be in the high level guilds for all the guild perks. So starting your own guild was really tough. It still is really tough. Because if you're a new player, and you don't have any kind of allegiances, you don't have to stay with any friends or whatever. If you're just a brand new player and you're not playing with any friends, you've got the choice of going and joining a level 5 or 6 guild or a level 25 guild. What are you going to do? You're going to choose the 25 guild, aren't you? You get all the extra leveling perks and bonuses and all that kind of stuff. There's no sense in joining a low level guild. So yeah, we struggled quite a lot finding like new players. But it's nice to know that most of those people that were in that guild that are still playing have found another guild that is equally as friendly and stuff. And I joined that guild when I went back, the first time I went back, for Mists of Pandaria. It's just after Mists launched, I think. It was about 2 or 3 weeks after it launched that I went back. And I got a couple of level 90s, and then I got bored, and then I stopped playing. I can't remember when that was now, though. Obviously sometime last year, but I'm not entirely sure when it was. But sometimes I miss it. Sometimes I miss playing the old World of Warcraft. What about you? Is there any games that you used to play that you don't anymore, that you kind of miss? Maybe there was like another MMO that you used to play. I think it's more the social aspect, because we did have a laugh. But I think the years of when I was playing Horde and we were doing all our raiding, I think they were the best years for me, because we did used to have a laugh. I mean, when we were raiding, it was pretty serious. When we were raiding properly, like in Wrath of the Lich Kings, when we were raiding properly. I used to love raiding Ulduar. That was my favourite, I think. I enjoyed Naxxramas quite a lot, but it got to a point where it became really easy. So it was literally a case of, you go there to gear up alts or fresh level 90s that you've recruited, or 80s. Was it 80 back then? Yeah, 80. Fresh level 80s, that kind of stuff. So we used to just blast through it, and it wasn't really much of a challenge. But Ulduar, we spent quite a long time, and then once we'd done the normal modes on level 25, we tried some of the heroic mode 25s, and that was fun as well. And I just like the way that Ulduar was put together. Wow, I have been talking about this for a long time. Okay. I could probably go on, but I'm not going to, because this video has probably gone on for too long already. And they're supposed to only be about 15 minutes. And every time I do one of these, they seem to get longer and longer and longer. So thanks for watching. I've warmed up a bit now, so I can... But I think I'm probably going to get another cup of tea while I put this together and edit it and stuff. Thanks for watching. I will see you again next Sunday. So thanks again if you're a new subscriber, or even if you're an old subscriber. Thank you. It does really mean a lot to me. And keep watching for there's been a new big deck player this week. There'll be some more Diablo 3 beta, Reaper of Souls this week, and some other stuff. Maybe some Contrast, maybe some Knock Knock. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, I'm going to go and make another cup of tea, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.